So it's recording. Don't continue talking. I'm joking. I would have talking about that Tuesday, Wednesday.
No,
it will happen. You know?
Yeah. Can we talk?
Can we talk?
It's your girl Belinda, also known as Muna Kampala and
Kabasigyi. Yes, she's a Muchiga.
Hey, we're the hosts of the Can We Talk podcast. We've been hosting season 2, which has been focused on taboo topics in our culture. And we just wanted to jump on here, do a quick catch up because we're halfway through the season. Mm-hmm. We have an interesting episode coming up this weekend on relationships because it's Valentine's Day. And yeah, we just want to say what's up. So CG, how has hosting been, because we talked about that, but what has been your favorite episode so far to record?
My favorite episode so far to record would be the realities of relationships, so the one that's going to be coming out. And I would say it's because, first of all, I guess that would be the first time me personally experiencing like being on a podcast with guests, right? And then the guests that are joining, I know, so hearing their stories from the perspective of just like relationships, and so 2 guys, married men, and hearing emotionally mature men was very refreshing. Like, shout out to Will and Arthur. I literally have to give you guys that. And shout out to Mega and Sarah, their wives, because girls, they may come for me after this and be like, oh my god, CJ, why? But seriously, like, we are the single girls out here on these streets seeing what's available, okay?
Yeah.
You have really mature, amazing men. So I would say that was a really refreshing one for me, that I was like, there's hope. There's hope. There's hope. You know? So what about you? Which one?
For me, it has been the culture of silence, because it was the beginning of the season. We were feeling fresh. We were feeling hopeful. We were like, oh my God, we're doing this podcast thing together. And I also feel like it touched on a lot of things, you know, in terms of the conversation. We were feeling free. We were feeling So I really enjoyed that episode. Even listening back to it, like, I was laughing. It's like I wasn't in the conversation itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were super free. Yeah. Super free in that one. So, in fact, I was surprised when I was listening back to it. I was like, we're really releasing this? Like, everyone's going to know us like that?
Like that, yeah. Which one are you looking forward to most in the rest of the episodes we have?
Tribalism is definitely a big one that I'm so looking forward to learning about. But I think in terms of like recording wise, the dysfunctional families, and what do we call it?
Family
dysfunctions,
trauma. I don't know.
We don't know yet. It's coming out.
Yeah.
But it's going to have to do with dysfunctional families. And that one, the topic is going to be heavy, but the people that are going to be speaking on it, which will be Belinda, myself, and a guest, I feel like it's going to end up being funny. So I like that. Talking about like real stuff, but just, you know,
keeping it Ugandan and funny.
Exactly.
We deal with everything with laughter.
Just laugh through it.
Laugh or drink.
Yeah, what about you?
It's the same for me as well. The tribalism, sexism and classism, because I feel it's something that's close to my experiences and to my heart. I feel like it's a very important conversation to have. they would actually all be different episodes if we had the time.
Yeah.
But definitely also sex, because I think it's going to be interesting to see the perspective we approach it with, because me and CJ, hey, conversation, guys. Hey. So
plan this.
Yeah. But also I think because sex, like, I never had an opportunity to talk about sex freely, like in my growing up as well, right? And just in general, I talk about it with my friends.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be an interesting conversation.
I know, to put ourselves out there like that.
Yeah, to put ourselves out there. And then also to let you guys know, please, we're looking for you guys to let us know what you think our last taboo topic should be. So it's going to be an audience suggestion. You can let us know through our DMs. You can DM us on the podcast page or our personal Instagram pages, and the topic can be as specific or as wide as you want it to be. And as we close out the season, we will be having a live chat between you guys and us. I hope you guys are able to join us. We will be communicating that as the season comes to an end.
And the platform.
Oh yeah, and the platform. What platform?
That it'll be on.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, we will communicate if it's on like Clubhouse or Instagram Live. We will talk about that. And
I'm scared for Instagram Live.
yeah, we're Instagram Live, we're working through it.
Yeah.
I think as we talk about working through Instagram Live, let's talk about working together. I did the first season of the podcast by myself and hosting different people. So doing this season with a co-host has been different, and it has looked different. It has had its challenges that has also made me grow and things like that. And I wanted to first ask you, what has been your best part of collaborating with another creative? Because we're both creatives.
Yeah, well, okay. The best thing, to be honest, is collaborating with a creative that is very much like me. Because I think sometimes I collaborate with creatives where it's like, I have this idea, okay, and they can have like the technical or the background thing of it. It's not so much of like a collaboration. Or if I'm collaborating, I feel sometimes that I end up putting in the most work or ideas into something. You know what I mean? It's not as like balanced, or like someone's strengths and your strengths complement each other. They pick up where you have weaknesses and stuff like that. Where with Belinda, it's literally been that, where it's not just either like a transactional collaboration. It's like personal, it's growth, development. Like so much has come out of it behind the scenes. Like y'all have no idea.
No idea. Oh my god. It's been a process for us. It's been a journey. Especially with the sensitivity of the things that we're trying to talk about. Right. I think for me, when we talk about what's been the best part of collaborating, she said it's the fact that we're similar in terms of like the types of creatives that we are. I think for me, it's been our differences, honestly. No, for real. Even doing so taboo topics like we talked about on the podcast, CJ's idea and passion. Shazor is passionate about it, and as much as I always wanted to go in that area of healing with the podcast, I was never brave enough to say, let me talk about, like, yeah, I will talk about it, but in a certain way, in a boxed way.
Yeah.
Whereas CJ is like, no, we're talking about it as it is. Like, as
I'm
she
ready.
says, she's a muchiga. She tells it as it is.
So I've been silent.
And for me, I'm a Kampala Baganda. You always package things in the way that they should be received, you know? But even when we talk about differences as creatives, as a creative, I'm the executor. Like, I'm the kind of person, I have a lot of ideas and I like to put them out. I'm like, just put them out, release it. Whereas CG is like, she she cares about detail, and it's not that I don't care about detail, but detail for me maybe comes in production, whereas for her, she's like, but how is the rollout going to be? What are the pictures we're going to, like, she cares about different details. So for me, that balance,
aesthetically, I think gets to my head.
Yeah.
I mean, people see my Instagram page, like, it's too much, and it's not even for others, it's for myself. It's weird. Like, I'll get this like thing, like, I'm not satisfied with the perfection. And then, you know, there's probably like 2 people who even care. And that's what you point out to me, like, CG. No one is even caring about the small little details.
I think that balance has been amazing, because like it has helped us keep moving, because if it was like just one side of the spectrum, either maybe that it would have taken long to come out, or it wouldn't have come out the way it would. So definitely collaborate. We're talking about collaborating horizontally. Issa Rae talks about it. I mean, me and Sage are not like these established content creators and stuff.
But we're amazing.
And
no, I want to say that one thing, because usually I'll be very like, very background. But one thing, I feel like confidence has come out of working with Belinda, because I'm like, there's so much deposited in us and in so many people who may not be like, all out there and whatever, but it's like, yo, don't doubt yourself.
But also, also like, no, that's true, because collaborating across, that's the difference with collaborating across versus collaborating upwards, is you're both able to see each other. You can see each other in terms of insecurity, in terms of imposter syndrome, and you're able to uplift each other in terms of like affirming who you are as a creative. So don't look at your friends who are also like, if you have a friend who's aligned with you in terms of your journey, collaborate, but also be careful, because especially if it's with friends, you know, it has to be a certain kind of friend, definitely. Like, we're friends, but I don't think the collaboration came because we were friends.
No.
It came because we were aligned in terms of creative, and also in terms of our purpose and what we want to do with our platforms. So,
because we just met.
We just met, but also do it with a friend who you can have the hard conversations with. Because we've had to have some hard conversations with each other, and you know, like, that's just what collaboration is. You have to be able to see the thing away from the friendship, if it's a friend that you're collaborating with, you know, and make decisions based on what's good for the thing away from the friendship. Why are you laughing?
I'm thinking about, like, as she's explaining this, I'm like, it's like a marriage. Literally, I'm like, we are in training for partnerships of such things, right? Like, it's understanding, you know, understanding where, let me say, where someone can fill in for the other, where another person can fill in for the other, and also understanding each other's goals. I think we talked about this as well, that as much as you come to collaborate for a purpose, understanding what each of you want from the thing. Some things are different. They're not all going to be aligned. And recognizing that difference is important. Recognize the difference in the way you work, the difference in the things, the way you produce the things that you do. Because if I know how CG works, like, I know how CG works. Like, for me, I'm like, no, we have to do it, let's do it. CG's like, okay, but we'll do it on Wednesday. And I've had to adjust to that. I'm like, okay, Belinda, breathe. Like, but so that was it. We're just coming on here to catch up a bit. You tune in for the rest of the season. We're really excited for you to listen to the new episodes. We have guests on here, so it's going to be not just me and CG. We have a few people coming on, both from the diaspora as well as back home. So Can we talk? Can we talk?